fifth grade students, this is Mr. Slappy from Rivers Edge Elementary School, and in today's lesson I will be covering Phi.NBT.2.7, which is simply dividing decimals to the hundredths. So let's get to it. 2 4/10 divided by 4/10. So before we continue, just simple division vocabulary. 4/10 is our divisor. What's being divided, 2 4/10 is our dividend. 4/10 is also the number of equal groups that we need to create. And 2 4/10 is a number that is being divided or split up. So when we're solving using an area model, you first need to look at your dividend. Your dividend is going to tell you how many models to make. Since I have 2 4/10, that means that I need to create at least 3 models. Because I have a whole number of 2, I created 2 models, plus I have 4/10. So I created a third model. Once you've created your models, we can go ahead and represent 2 4/10 on our model. So I'm going to use 2 highlighters. I'm going to use 1 to shade that represents 2 4/10. All right, so each one of these represents a tenth. 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 5/10, 6/10, 7/10, 8/10, 9/10, 10/10. So I'm going to shade in. That's 1/10, 2/10, 3, 4, 5, 6/10, 7/10, 8/10, 9/10, 10/10. That's 1 whole. 10/10 equals 1 whole. That represented 1 of my wholes. Now I need to represent my second whole. 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 5/10, 6/10, 7/10, 8/10, 9/10, and 10/10. That represent my second whole. Now that I represented both my wholes, now I need to represent 4/10 on my final model. That's 1/10, that's 2/10, that's 3/10, and 4/10. So now I've represented 2 4/10 as a model. I shaded in the whole, each one of my wholes, plus 4/10. Now we need to create equal groups of 4/10. Now this may look hard, but it really isn't. 4/10, I just need to create 4/10. I'm going to use my black marker to represent or create groups of 4/10. So I have 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10. I'm going to circle each one of my 4/10. 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10. You have to be careful. I almost made a mistake. 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10. Remember, I need to create 4/10 equal groups. And it's telling me how many groups to create. I need to create 4/10 equal groups. 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10. 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10. 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10. Now, I have finished creating my equal groups of 4/10. Now all we have to simply do is count the number of equal groups that we made. So let's count. So I created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equal groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equal groups. So the quotient to 2 and 4/10 and 4/10 equals 6 wholes. Now, I saw that using an area model. Wasn't too hard, it wasn't too difficult, but if you thought that it was difficult, you can always feel free to reach out to your teacher. You can always reach out to myself, and I will gladly walk you through it. So again, this was 5.nbt.2.7, dividing decimals to the hundreds using an area model. Thank you, and stay safe out there.